All right, let's do
it. Checking in. You hear that? All right. So tonight is episode 19. Live on Rite Now Radio. We got Mr. Darryl, DC Chambers. All right,
what's happening?
What's happening? Yeah, you know, it's another Bama State Edition, big Bama State Edition, Mighty Marshall Hornet. He's a model in the out. He's been around. He's been in a couple of TV shows and movies you probably didn't even realize, but he's a well-known, nationally known. We're going to get into it and discuss his career and also leave a little inspiration with everybody. Hey, man, tell us real quick anyway, what encouraged you to start acting anyway?
You know what's crazy? It's nothing that I ever wanted to do.
No. Whoa, now. You gotta tell us about that.
Yeah. It's nothing that I ever wanted to do. I started out modeling, which is nothing that I wanted to do. I didn't want to do anything. You know, I was coming out of high school. I was playing basketball, and one of my mom's coworkers, she saw my prom picture, and she was like, "He takes very nice photos. He's very photogenic. Have you ever tried modeling?" And I'm just like, "Man, I've tried modeling." I'm like, trying it because, you know, at the time I'm thinking like, this is not a manly thing to do. I'm like, I don't know no dude modeling, right? So, long story short, I gave some thought. I'm like, you know what? Let me try.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I was always a skinny kid at first. I was very skinny. You know, and I started working out. I started getting ripped up and everything. So I was like, man, look, let me give it a shot. I gave it a shot. I reached out to a guy in my hometown who he has a fashion show and he has a calendar every year. And so I reached out to him, told him what I was trying to do, and he let me be featured in his calendar as like the only male that was in the calendar. And he had a fashion show as well. Shout out to Toby. He had a fashion show as well. So he let me get in the show. I got in the show. I liked it. I liked it. I did a photo shoot. I started liking the attention that I was getting. So fast forward, when I went to Alabama State, I ran into, well, first of all, that was Toby who had that show in my hometown, man. So definitely shout out to him. Fast forward to Alabama State, I got into Elite. I got into Elite Models. I still had basketball on my mind, and I was actually still trying to walk on at Alabama State in 2010.
Okay.
And things happen. Things don't work out sometimes. And I'm like, all right. So I got into Elite. I just started learning a few techniques of it and everything. So then I reached out to a guy named Perry Varner, who had shows in Montgomery. Yeah. And, you know, me and him, we was chopping it up one night, and he told me about his show. And I went to the audition, and I made that particular show. So the first show that I was in Montgomery, he sold out the Davis Theater. I think it was like 1,200 people in there or something. And the next day, this was like before TikTok. I think Instagram was around, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. It hadn't took off yet.
Yeah, it hadn't taken off yet at the time. Yeah. And so what I decided to do was, I was like, man, you know, after I did the show, I'm like, the next day Facebook was just going off. Like, I had so many friend requests and messages. I'm like, you know what? I can kind of get used to this. So but I did it. I liked it. Then I started realizing I could actually make some money from it. And I'm like, well, I can really make some money from this, you know. So I switched my whole thought process. But to kind of get back on track with your question, it led from modeling. And after that, I was like, man, you know what? I want to try something different. Let me try my hand in acting. And I gave it a shot. I started out doing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, cut you off. But
I just started out doing background work and things just to kind of see how set ran, to see if I would like it, to see the ins and outs behind the scenes, how things really are. And once I did that, I'm like, I like it. Then it went from there to, you know, smaller roles, to independent roles, to bigger roles, and I just been going ever since. So that didn't happen by chance, really.
Wow, listening in the skies, I call it. I mean, so what was like the first? I mean, like, what was the first the first show or play that you acted in?
The first show, well, as far as background work, I'd say the first, because that's what even got me into wanting to even go further. It was The Game on BET. And so, it was crazy too. Alabama State put it in the Hornet Tribune and everything. They sent out an email blast.
I didn't realize you owned The Game. I used to watch it all through college. I watched it all
Yeah, and
through
like I
college.
said, it wasn't a big part. It wasn't a big part or anything like that, but it was enough to spark the interest. You know what I'm saying? And it was enough to be like, well, oh, like Alabama State done put this all in the Hornet Tribune and everything. So once again, more attention than I was liking. And
That boy went global. It went viral.
I went global all over campus, you know. But
That boy went viral.
hey, it was a good time. It was a fun time.
I know it was. Great time to be a Hornet, boy. I'm telling
it was
you.
a great time to be a Hornet. Great time. It was man, but that was the first thing that I ever did as far as like any type of trying to act or being on anyone's set. So after that, I tried to. I don't even know what the next show was, nor the next. I don't even remember what the next movie was or the next show that I did. I just remember like, just like I got to try this and just went from there.
You know, just going through your catalog, I got a chance to see that you were in a NBA 2K23 commercial, and you also was in the newest Black Panther movie, Wakanda Forever. I'm like, you ain't know? Let me tell you that Wakanda Forever. Yeah.
Yeah, so with the 2K23, man, that was a fun commercial. That was a fun commercial. I was privileged enough to do that. You know, to be in there with such high level NBA stars that's in the commercial. It was a fun commercial, man. It was an all day shoot. But it was great. It was great. It was like back on the court again, without having to actually play the real game. But it's dope. It's all choreographed. So yeah, it was fun. And then even with Black Panther, I wasn't actually in it, but I was the full-time stand-in for M'Baku. So I did a lot of behind the scenes work. Yeah, so I saw Black Panther being made. Every day I saw Black Panther being made.
That was awesome. So like you got a chance to meet, Chad and Michael B. Well, hold on, now tell you about Chad was already paired by then, right? So you got a chance to meet Michael B. Yeah.
He was gone. I didn't meet Michael B. But a lot of people, like I said, M'Baku, which is Winston Duke, Angela Bassett was on set.
What's my girl name? What's my girl name? Cicely, right?
Yeah. So man, it was like I said, it was dope, man. It was a lot of greats on there, man. And the director Ryan Coogler, man, he's amazing. He's super cool. A super cool guy, man. So yeah, it was a good experience.
I know.
I will say those long days though.
Yeah, because then again, man, the man think about now the movie about 2 hours, but I was up the whole time. I know. Man, so I can imagine shooting it. Oh man, y'all. Oh my goodness.
You can imagine how long it takes. I don't know if you know, but if you can guess how long it takes to make a 2-hour movie, man.
Let me think, man. I'm gonna throw something out there. I'm gonna say a 2-hour movie, man. Y'all probably did about 2 months, maybe.
Is it?
Oh, he said that's it. How long was it, man? Man,
they did have a few halts where they had to stop production, for a few different reasons. But under normal circumstances, man, it could take you about a good 4 to 5 months sometimes.
Ooh, well, that ain't bad now. I was just wondering.
No, it ain't. It's not bad. It ain't bad when you get paid.
No, it's not at all. But I was gonna say now, if it took 5 months to shoot Black Panther, it probably took about 5 years to shoot Titanic. What you think?
Man, Titanic probably took about a half of a year. It probably took about a half of a year. It took a long time.
That thing ain't never end. That Titanic didn't end, boy. Like,
Yeah.
That's something right there.
It's a lot of components. It's a lot of components that come with it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, shooting that 2K23 commercial, do you get a chance to meet any NBA greats? LeBron, Magic, anybody?
Nah. LeBron and Magic wasn't there. Okay. Of course, Luka is in the commercial.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Luca's in the commercial, man, and you know what's crazy? The hero kid who's in the commercial. I think he's way older than he looks. I think he was like 14 or
Tyler
15.
Hero.
No.
Hero.
The kid who had the ball, the kid who was dribbling the ball. I think he's like older than he really looks. And I was just like, wait, how old are you? You know, he told me I think he did like 14, 15, something like that. But yeah.
Oh, you're not talking about that, the dude that be on YouTube, is it what's his name?
Nah.
Sean the Ghosto? Him? Oh, okay.
Nah. It's
Okay.
just they call it the hero kid. It's in commercial terms.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember seeing him on YouTube, man. He was real good with the handles. He had behind the back, behind the head pass. He like 8 years old, but he'll sauce anybody.
Hey, some of them kids, man, some dogs with their rock.
Oh, I know. I had to admit, man, like I was one of them. I mean, just saying.
Hey, man, you didn't play no ball, man.
Boy, you better Google me.
What school you go to?
St. Jude, man, Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay, you know Jamaica.
Yeah, I played with Mike. He was in 9th grade when I graduated. Yeah.
He was in 9th grade. He was in 9th grade when you graduated?
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
But man, shoot, he was our leading scorer then.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was our leading scorer as a freshman. But the year after that, he became what you see today on on TV. Yeah, he was always there. We knew where he was going.
Yeah, he was a beast. He is. Yeah. He's still the ball.
You played with him against him anything?
I didn't, but he played Lynette, which is a school that's like right by Valley. So I went to the game. Yeah, he was balling.
Yeah, and he dunking on everybody. He dunked on everybody. He dominated this whole area right here, Montgomery, Mr. Basketball, Alabama, you name it. He dominated that.
So who was? But Courtney Forson is from there too, right?
Yeah, him. See, man, you got a couple out, from around here. You got Courtney, you got J Mike, you got Chris Ward that playing right now. He was just in the G League for the Wizards.
Okay.
Yeah. He went to Mississippi State. Who else we got up there, man? Jamal Saunders too. He played at UAB. He was in the G League overseas. We got a bunch of guys from right around here, man. Who
that was up right there.
Yeah, they smooth.
Smooth, I remember Courtney though. Courtney Forson was wide. Courtney Forson was so quick, dog.
Yeah, strong.
He was so quick, man.
And strong.
Yeah, and
man. Matter of fact, even like Eric Bledsoe from Birmingham.
Who?
Eric Bledsoe.
Oh yeah. Eric Bledsoe.
He from Birmingham. Him Marcus Cousins from Mobile.
He from Mobile. Yeah. Hey. What? Well, because he was a beast too, dog.
It just showing you, got what's around here, man.
Yeah.
Kind of talent. But man, I think of the guy, man, who I played against in high school, and I first got to state, man. He do, they ain't go pro, but they were tough.
Yeah.
Tough, man.
Yeah. There's some tough guys, dog.
I was like, this what you got to go against.
Yeah.
Man, so tell us, like so for anybody, that want to start acting, even modeling, like I guess like how would they get started?
The first thing is do your research. I tell everybody, do your research, because like everything, like most things, it looks good probably from the outside, but you don't know the time that it, really takes to hone that craft, the time that has to be put in. You don't know about the time that you feel like you finna just hop in and make some money because you feel like you can do it. It don't work like that. Modeling is not Instagram modeling. Let me put it out. Let me put it out there too. It's not just Instagram modeling. All right,
I'm glad you highlighted that. I'm glad you highlighted that. Let them know, that like anything else you pursue, it takes time. You got to work at your craft.
It takes time. It takes a lot of time. You have to work at it. Like I say, if you want to get into modeling, learn different poses, learn different walks. It's different walks. People don't even know that. Learn what you can do. Learn if you can do runway, print, commercial, whatever the case may be. Because being honest, you could be too short to do runway. If you're really talking about going up there to that higher level, I think now they're trying to change it a little bit. Yeah. It's
I was
like
gonna ask that to see, what if a dude that probably about 5'6", 5'7", like myself, man? What if you wanted to model? I guess he got to stick
print.
to the Tommy Hilfiger draw, maybe. He got to stick to that. Well, I mean, what can he do?
Nah, you can do print though. You can do print modeling for sure, man. You ain't gotta stick to the Tommy Hilfiger draws, but you can do print.
I was just
But
wondering, man, is there any hope for me in that industry? I ain't know.
hey, it's always hope. It's hope for anybody in any industry that they want to go in. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. And I feel like this. If you want to get into acting, man, acting is something that, man, I think most of us are learning every day. Even the A-listers say they still learn, but that's a task within itself. It's a whole nother monster. But take acting classes, learn what industry standard headshots are. Learn how to get your reel together. Grow your resume. And like I say, do your research because there's so many people out here. Like, watch out for scams and all of that too. Because there's a lot of that out here. So let me put it out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because everybody want to claim they can make you a star overnight. Those
everybody.
kind of people.
That rarely happens. So people got to quit with the whole "I'm gonna be a star overnight. I'm gonna be there." Nah, just hone in on your craft and just buckle up for the ride.
Man, so like, I guess like starting with learn how to walk, learn how different poses. I guess like what would be like the first step in learning that beside acting class? I guess going to to the mall fashion show, Eastdale Mall, East Chase.
Well, you mean as far as just modeling?
Trying to get started. Trying to build your resume. Just stepping out there doing doing local fashion shows.
Yeah. That's what I did. That's what I did. I was lucky enough to never have to pay for a photo shoot. Because after I did my first one, first of all, networking and talking to people is everything. Network with some photographers. You might be in college. You might have a photographer who's your friend or an aspiring photographer who may be super dope right there by you. Let them take some photos of you. You have the perfect outlet now. You have social media. Social media is the outlet for you to get your work out there. Get into the local shows. And I say local, not calling anybody stuff local like it's not global, but you know what I'm saying? Get into the shows that's right there in your backyard. Because that's how you're gonna build your resume. It shows that you can walk, it's great practice. You have something to show, like, yeah, I've done this. Now you're building your resume. And on top of that, now you have photos to put in your portfolio. And make sure that you have diverse photos. Everything is not all about being naked. Everything is not all about you have diverse photos. Have a fall look, have a summer look. You can have your look, with your bathing suit or whatever, you're a guy shirtless. Make sure you have variety to show, because if you really want to model, you have to show variety, because when you're walking down the runway, you're not selling yourself. You're selling the clothing of the designer. You're a walking mannequin.
Wow. So who are some of like, the most famous brands or companies you model for?
I did some stuff in the DTLR show for Nike, Adidas, Black Pyramid. I did some stuff for a coup.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I did some stuff for a coup. I did some stuff for Champs. Right. I did some stuff for Champs too. I did a Control Home, which is with Control Magazine. I did a spread with them back in the day. Yeah. So man, like quite a few different things, man.
I see.
Man. Members only. They was coming back. They came back. They had me as an
influencer. They did. They did. They came back around about 2015 somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw people wearing those jackets again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's amazing. So being that you were a marketing major, I mean, did you ever go to the theater to see Dr. Thomas Stewart? Did you ever get any advice from her?
You know what's crazy? She's a Zeta, and I'm gonna tell you, her husband is actually a Sigma as well. So I used to go to his office sometime, man. We'll chop it up. Me and some of the other frat brothers, we'll be in there talking to him. I see Dr. Stewart. I see her sometimes, and we'll speak and hey, hug, and how you doing? It's funny. I actually met her when I was like 6 years old, I think, for one
Oh,
time,
wow.
and it just came back full circle that she was at Alabama State. So I never actually talked to her as much about like acting because I know she was over the theater.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I knew that if I really needed, because I feel like so many people try to get to her like that. And I was saying to myself, I'm like, well, if I ever really need access or something to her, it's nothing but a call. It's nothing
Mhm.
but I can call her up,
Yeah,
hey, doc, I want to holler, I want to holler at your wife about something, and I'm pretty sure
yeah,
she would be very
because
receptive to it.
she will. I know she will because that's what she all about.
Yeah,
I,
super
I
cool,
don't,
definitely.
oh yeah, I know, man. I know that she not worried about who all trying to call all day. She just wanna, see us do well. I know that
Yeah,
that's her
absolutely,
whole that's her
absolutely.
whole goal. Yeah.
Yep. And her nephew was actually one of my line brothers. So
Oh
you know,
wow. See,
yeah,
man,
man,
so
that's one of the things.
see, man, that's another sign. You supposed to hit her up, man.
Oh
Look,
yeah, yeah.
it's all around you.
But I feel like, man, listen, that was back then too, and I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
now
yeah.
everything aligns the way that it's supposed to. So
It does, because
yeah,
I can think back to my younger day. I had to kind of get outside my shell a little bit and just go for things, right? Still just thinking about it so much.
yeah,
That's younger me versus now.
yeah.
I do it now. I'm going in. Win, lose, or draw. I'm going.
Win, lose, or draw, you got
Yeah,
to,
I'm
you
going. I'm
got
going
to.
all the way. But like, what do you see yourself over within the next year or so? With modeling that, and like, yeah,
Within the next year.
like any new aspiration? You getting into music maybe? Or what you
Not
thinking
music,
about?
not
Okay.
music. But I do a lot of hosting, and I have a lot of different things that I'm hosting right now, and a lot of different things that's in the work for me to
Okay,
host.
like shows, TV show.
Um, one one is a show that will be on TV, probably streaming services. Uh, I have that one. I'm on the platform Historically Black Sense. Where I come on and I interview HBCU
Yeah,
alums and or graduates as well as Divine Nine organization members about their respective careers that they have going on.
yeah.
I have another show where I go around the food trucks, bars, restaurants.
And I
That's
see you
HBCU.
talking my language, not that food truck.
Yeah, yeah. But they're all HBCU owned. Um, or they're owned by a Divine Nine organization member as well. So I'm keeping everything tailored to that because HBCUs are
Yeah.
very, very dear to me. But I do have
Uh-huh.
those, and I have a few
Hmm.
live shows that I'm getting ready to hopefully get ready to host as far as just being on stage, rocking the crowd out, man. So
Oh
hosting,
man.
I have a few more shows that's in the works. So I see myself just elevating within the next year.
Elevating, expanding your brand, same here. With me, starting this podcast this year, that was a huge step and now it's growing. I'm getting so many
Yeah,
guests. Shout out to Dr. Nicola Mitchell, by the way. She
absolutely.
connected me to you,
Absolutely. Shout
so
out to her. She's doing major
oh
things, man.
man. And you know what? And I found out about her because I saw the movie Giving Hope. I said,
Yeah.
I'm about to reach out to her on Instagram, and voila. She said, hey, it's me. And
Yeah.
she said, hey, it's me.
Absolutely.
It's the real me. I was like, oh wow, that's the first time somebody ever responded to me, on that scale. So I was
A
like,
lot of
yeah,
times, man, it's just about reaching out. It's about just doing it. Like people are only gonna say yes or no.
yeah, that's it.
That's all they can say.
That's it. And man, like I'd rather just go ahead and go for that. So now I
Yeah.
know. Now I
Yeah.
know. So expanding the podcast, bringing the tech conference here to Montgomery. You invited, by the way, man. I'm bringing everybody out.
I
All the
appreciate it.
connections. Yeah, seriously, man. We need you here. It's gonna be a good networking event. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna step and do the cha-cha slide in there. Gonna be at the Renaissance Hotel. They're gonna be fun.
Okay. Bet, bet, bet.
Oh man, so like you say, expanding, hosting. You see yourself doing like in award shows, like maybe even like Family Feud one day. Who knows? You ever
Man, you
thought
know
about
what?
that?
Something like that would be amazing to do.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
that would be great. And you know what, man? Sky's the limit. It's funny because being that you said Family Feud, like Steve Harvey, man, he is so true to himself, and he
Yeah.
ain't really changing nothing for nobody.
No.
And he's hosting it. He's just like, look,
Right.
this is how I talk. This is
Yeah.
not
This
changing
is
the
me.
way I talk. You're not
This is
changing
me.
none of that.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. He curse, whatever he do. But it's an inspiration, man. So I can definitely see myself hosting a show like that for sure.
Cause dude, have you seen a recent interview with him and Shannon Sharp? I just watched it last night.
I watched it this morning.
Yeah, oh man, now that's a deep one. That's a
Yeah,
deep one.
man,
He's
that was
talking about,
dope. That was
he talked about how he, how he got Family Feud, how his wife encouraged him to, pursue that. She basically did the contract for him. He didn't know he had the money to get it. She said, all you gotta do is sign it, but we good. He said, do you know? He's like, yeah. She was like, all you gotta do is just sign it. Well, we good, baby. Trust me. And he's like,
absolutely.
okay. Man, oh yeah. Tell us real quick. How can we follow you, man? I follow you on Instagram, but I need to keep up with all your other endeavors too.
Okay, yeah. Follow me.
Social media.
All right, yeah. On Instagram for sure. At one and only DC. You spell out one, the letter N, only DC. Darryl Chambers on Facebook. DARRYL Chambers. And it's also at one and only DC on TikTok and at one and only DC _ on Twitter.
Yep. Okay, there it is. There it is. Like what's like one piece of advice you want to leave our audience with, regardless of what it is you're doing out there, whether you starting a business for the first time, you're starting an acting career or your athletic career, trying to elevate from college to the pros and so forth. Like type of advice you want to leave us with.
Just go for it. Go for it and do what you're gonna do no matter what people say. Because it was so out of the norm for me to try to start doing some modeling and acting and stuff like that. It's really unheard of where I'm from.
Right.
So I took that. I was the outsider. I took that leap because I wanted to, and I did something different, and it's working for me. So no matter what people say, do what you want to do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Follow your heart. Be who you are. Be who you want to be, not who people want you to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Just look down here at the time. Tell what time it is again.
Oh man, this time is right now,
homie. Right now, homie. We got on Rite Now Radio. And you can find us on all platforms. You can find us everywhere, y'all, on Apple and Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify. But yeah, this interview will be ready tomorrow morning. But that's gonna do it for tonight, my people. We're gonna go ahead and stop the recording right here.
I appreciate